were telling us that on the daily, sometimes on the weekly, sometimes on the daily, they actually get things sent to them from the sheriff's office of people suing them.
PETA, wanting to try to press charges on them.
For animal cruelty.
And the sheriff. Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Well, today's one of the harder days we're gonna have this summer. We've got our new trailer that me and the boys built a pen for hauling our pig. Got it hooked up, and we're about to load her up and take her up to the processor. So she has been a great animal and very calm and a good addition, I guess, to our little farm. So it is kind of sad, but she does have a purpose. So we're about to do this. I need to go let the meat chickens out real quick, and then we're gonna get her loaded up. I don't think it's gonna be an issue loading her. She's never been in a trailer before, but she's gonna be really curious when we open that gate, and my guess is that she'll probably walk right up in there. So meat chickens, most of them are getting very big. Oh, we got some new animals over here in our little brooder we need to show y'all at some point. Their pen stinks. I need to get some shavings, clean it out a little bit. There's several roosters in there, and there's one that's trying to start crowing. But they're doing good on this new section. We got them in. They got plenty of room. During the day they hang out up here, but you know, in the morning and the evenings they move around a bunch. I think we're gonna process them in a little over 2 weeks. I don't know if we're gonna do all of them, but we're gonna do the majority of them. So, all right, we're gonna get the pig loaded up. So, before we load her up, y'all comment below how much y'all think she weighs. I would guess, but y'all comment below. We'll see when we get there. They'll run her across the scale. We'll let y'all know. I think she's big. So, all right, y'all. No joke. We got her in there in 2 minutes.
Did you even say 2 minutes?
Yeah, even that long. I literally just opened the gate on the trailer, and she just walked right up in there. So gives you a little bit better idea how big she is. Like I said, comment below what y'all think. We'll show y'all when we get there.
Yeah, he can get all your place.
Like a little wobble too.
Yeah.
Wait, you stay on there too. That was a better number.
It was like 266. I thought she was closer to 300.
We dropped her off. She weighed in at 266. We thought she'd be closer to 300. Our biggest pig that we've raised was 309 when we dropped her off. I don't know what we did to get her to that point, but 266 nonetheless is 266 pounds more than what we had before. So we did our cut sheet. And they're saying she should be ready in about 2 weeks. We did a lot of, typically we do a lot of the basic cuts. The only extra stuff that we get are like 3/4 inch ham slices, like steaks for like breakfast and things like that, and bacon. If you're in the area of North Texas and you need a processor, Hess Meat Market in Munster, Texas is one of the best around. They're just easy to work with, super nice people, they take care of their animals. But what's interesting is when we dropped them off, there was a guy, dropped her off, there was a guy that I was walking, I went inside to tell them that we were there, and I was walking back to the truck, and he was an 18-wheeler delivery guy, and he jumped out of the truck and he told me that we should just let her go free. I was like, I kind of laughed a little bit, and then I was like, okay, that was awkward. And so I went and told Tobin, which he felt a little like,
Shannon said he's not being confrontational. I was like, well, I'm about to be confrontational.
It just wasn't appropriate. And so then when we went inside, the guy was standing there, and Tobin was like about to confront him, and then he said it again to Tobin, that we should just let her go. And she's a sweet, innocent animal. And I thought Tobin's head like spun around a couple times, but then I realized I think he was just...
He was joking.
He was joking, yeah. But he didn't come across that way at first, so it was... But they were telling us that on the daily, sometimes on the... Well, on the weekly, sometimes on the daily, they actually get things sent to them from the sheriff's office of people suing them.
PETA, wanting to try to press charges on them.
For animal cruelty.
And the sheriff's department, the sheriff's department can't do that, but they still, PETA still like goes through that shenanigans to try to whatever, I guess, you know, cause problems.
And guys, like, it's not lost on us that there are some people that are a little bit more sensitive to that they could never raise an animal and send it to the processor. Like, it's not lost on us at all. I get it. But the fact of the matter is, if you eat meat, there is a process that animals go to be able to get the meat to your table. And I would much rather us know our process of the animal, of how it was raised, and where we took it to a a stand-up company that did the processing, than not knowing where it came from. So again, controversial, and it's fine, and we'll have people on here that won't like that we did it, but it's done, and it will feed our family. She will feed our family for at least a year with meat, and we are thankful for that. We are on our way home. Tobin has to get home and get on a work call, but yeah, she's done. She is at the processor. Thankful for her life, thankful for the opportunity to raise her and give her the best life that she knew. She's only going to have one bad day while she was on this earth, and unfortunately that will be tomorrow. So this is we're gonna end this video with her, and I was gonna take you guys home and kind of do it like an update on everything, but I'm not gonna do it because I'll tell you why. There's actually a video that I'm gonna play next that I was contemplating. I told Tobin it was a wash. It was over a 3-day period. The first day after I looked on the camera, the first 5 minutes of it was completely blurry. You couldn't even see us. I told you on the camera that I would come back in a couple hours, and I didn't. I came back the next day, videoed and said, I'll see y'all in a couple hours. Didn't do that again. Went back the next day, started videoing, only to have the camera cut me off. Didn't even get to finish the video. So I'm gonna put this video on there, and you guys can see that it's not a perfect world at all when you're trying to video. And so I'll preface it, it's blurry, it cuts me off, it probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'm gonna put it in there anyway. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure you like our page, subscribe, share our stuff, all the fun things, and thank you for all the support. We appreciate you watching. See you again. Say bye. Happy Saturday, everyone. Whoop. We are outside doing chores. Tobin is finally feeling better after what y'all saw in the last video, how sick he was. It was a rough 10 days. Rough. It was hard. At one point, I remember thinking I was gonna have to take him to the hospital. He was so lethargic and incoherent. He wasn't even processing what I was saying. But anyways, he's much better now. Now we have chores. I need to get in the garden. As you can see, things are overgrown. Unfortunately, we have not had a drop of rain in over a week. For whatever reason, storms will blow out west of us. They'll come this way, and then they'll just literally fall apart. So the West Texas and east of us has had, I think earlier this week, one day, East Texas, just about 30 miles from us, had 3.5 inches of rain, and we didn't get a drop. So the garden is dry. We've been watering it by hand. I'm gonna do that again today. We're gonna pick some more green beans. You guys gave me great suggestions on how to freeze tomatoes. I'm gonna give it a shot. Don't know if it's gonna work. Tobin is cleaning out the shed. This is a shed that we had built. His office is right there. But he's cleaning out the shed. We went to the lake last night. We got kayaks out, so now we are putting the kayaks back up. And then I need to work on the pool. I just need to add water to it, shock it, do some chlorine. We've got plans this evening for Reed, and we just are trying to get everything done this morning so that we won't have anything to do this evening when we get home. Pig goes Wednesday. Today is Saturday. I think when you watch this video, she will have already been gone by that point. I don't know when this video is going to come out, so but she goes on Wednesday. So we have had her. Ooh, you're messy. You're very muddy, girl. We've had her since September, I think is what Tobin and I were talking about. We got her in September. She was only 3 or 4 weeks old at that point. And it is now June. So we've had her September, October, November, December. We've had her almost 10 months. She's pretty big. Hoping she breaks 300. We'll see. She's very deceiving in her stature. One way she'll look gigantic, the other way she'll look very small. But she's real long, so it's kind of hard to tell where her weight is. But if you look at like her shoulder and her booty cheeks, they're pretty big. All right, I'm gonna get in the garden. I will say this, we haven't had rain. However, we have also had really nice temperatures. It's only like 82 right now, which is unbelievable. This time last year, we had already been in the hundreds for several days at that point, like 110, 115. So the fact that it's in the 80s, I'll take it. Just wish we had rain, but I guess you can't ask. Beggars can't be choosy, I guess. All right, let's get in this garden. Okay. Done in the garden. Pruned all the tomato plants back. They needed it really bad. Watered everything really well. I also watered the pig. She was really happy, obviously. She was like rubbing her head up against my leg. I also got a pretty good little yield of green beans. I'm really happy with that. So I've been storing those up. We're gonna go inside and cool off for a minute, and then we gotta come back out and I gotta finish the pool. I may even get in the pool. First time, second time this season, but I may get in there and vacuum it. You guys can't see me. I may get in there and vacuum it because it is hot. It's not even hot, it's humid. Really, really humid. All right, we're gonna come out later. Skylar, you can go inside, cool off for a minute. Okay, so it's actually the next day. Easton's thrown away his Lego stuff. It's actually the next day, and we came inside yesterday. It was a little warm, so we just decided not to go any further. But I did want to show you guys what I'm making with the green beans tonight. So bacon wrapped green beans, and we'll put them in the Ninja. Homegrown green beans, store-bought bacon, but only temporarily. Because, like I said, the pig goes this week and we're going to get bacon from her. So I had to actually buy this from Aldi, which, I mean, I don't know. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. So we're going to cook those later. Tobin has some ribs and, oh, he has, this is another thing. That chicken right there is one of our meat birds from last year. It's our last one that we have in the freezer. And then meat bird processing is probably this month sometime. So big things happening. We're about to fill our freezer. We're really happy about that, because then come October, November is hunting season, and we will have deer in the freezer as well. So this time of year is when we start stocking that freezer full of stuff. I am ready. I told Tobin today I'm ready for the meat birds to be done. Woohoo! I'm ready for the meat birds to be done, because they're just 30. How many do we have? I don't even know. 30 something, 35, 37 something. It's just, they're a lot of work, but it'll be worth it in the end because that chicken is delicious. So I'm about to do a few things inside, and then I'll go outside and we'll check on the garden again, check on the pig. We need to feed her one last time.
Look how cute she looks in those shorts.
Gosh. I don't like the full body shot. Go outside and look at the garden. We gotta feed the pig, and I've got to put the water in the pool and shock it. That's like a must. I have to do it today. Anyways. Oh, I guess I could show you guys this too. We don't just live with clothes on the floor. I actually bought this today at the Goodwill. If you haven't shopped at Goodwill, if you have time and patience, you can kind of scroll through or sift through all of it and find some cool stuff. This is a shirt for Easton. It's an Under Armour shirt. I paid $3 for it. $3, $1.50 for some Under Armour shorts for him. Some swimsuit. A cool little tropical shirt for when we go on our cruise. And then I got Reed these.
I like those.
Another
Fluorescent or whatever.
Good.
They won't, those are Under Armour too. It won't be, if he's down the road, we'll know where he's at. Anyways, I think all of this I got between Tobin and Reed. I got we got 4 pairs of shorts. Easton got 2 shirts, 3 shirts, and a pair of shorts, and we only paid $38. So win for us. Okay, we'll circle back around later. Okay, so this dadgum video has taken me 3 days to record. My intent is to come back to you guys and close everything out and show you everything, and then I get busy. But there was one thing I wanted to show y'all that was new for us. Never done it before. And I'm going to preface it by saying we are not turning into a zoo. I promise you that. But Reed got himself some turkeys. It was my fault. He's been wanting turkeys. I literally have no idea why. He's been wanting turkeys. He's asked for turkeys. and we were at Tractor Supply, and y'all, you know what happens at Tractor Supply. They just somehow end up in your shopping cart. You wouldn't believe it. They were in their little enclosure, and they just, whoa, it was in my shopping cart. Anyways, so he came home with 2 turkeys. It's fine though, because I've actually always wanted turkeys. I think they're kind of cool, but I don't know what we're gonna do with them. They will be just like the silkies, where they serve no purpose on the farm, but he is responsible for them. He has to feed them, he has to water them. I want him to handle them every single day. That way they are somewhat docile, because I don't want them to be jerks. I told him if at any point, if it is not asked of me or Tobin to maybe help feed that day, I'll get rid of them. It's that quick. They're his responsibility. They're not his brothers, they're not his sisters, they're his. So far he's done really well. He's come out every single day and handled them. But I need to come outside and do a few things. Thank the Lord it rained last night. We have not seen rain in days and days and days, and we needed it so bad. It rains to the west of us, and then it rains to the east of us, but we never get anything. I'm talking like just a couple towns over getting 3.5 inches of rain. I mean, this is how dry we are, guys. Do y'all see that crack? It is insanity. So it rained last night. I cannot get in the garden, and I'm not mad about it. But I did go out last night into the garden. There's another thing I was gonna video, and I got outside and the boys were outside doing stuff and they were swimming, and I just started kind of peeling the garden, and before I knew it, I had done a ton of work. You can't see it, but I have some metal stakes in there. I'm not gonna be able to get in here, guys, because it's so muddy, but there's some metal stakes in there, and I made like a trellis for them because they were getting so big, they were like falling over. Green beans are still going strong. We ate those last night. I overcooked them. I hate when that happens, so they weren't the greatest, but they'll do. And these are black-eyed peas. Now, I was kind of worried about the black-eyed peas because I've never grown them before, and I was like, what do they look like? I don't understand. Are they ready or are they not? So, what is that white thing? Ironically, I YouTubed it and saw that they're actually doing everything they're supposed to be doing right now. The little flowers are budding. It has the little like pods coming off of it, so I'm really excited about that. I don't think I'll get very many. Now, the other thing I did, if you guys see, I put a cattle panel right there, and I zip tied them, the stems to that cattle panel. Those, for whatever reason, are really, really high and tall and heavy, and I'm not mad about it because they're heavy because they have so much fruit on them, so I'm excited about that. So I trellised those up, and I'm really glad I did because the storm last night that came through, the wind was just cranking. I still have to do that over there. Tobin's gonna have to find me. That was just an extra piece of cattle panel that we had. And then the burning question on everybody's mind. If you guys see back in the back there, the mystery plant is no longer there. Asked a lot of you guys questions, wanted to see what it was. And the reason it's not there is because yesterday when I was in the garden, I went over there and it looked like they had little bugs over it. And I was like, we're not playing this game. I'm not putting any bugs in this garden. So I pulled it up. I will tell you, sucker was like, it was the roots of it and the stem of it were super thick. Didn't think anything about it. I pulled it up, threw it in with the pig. I thought, I don't want it in the garden anymore. Unfortunately, it had wrapped its roots around one of my cucumber plants and it pulled it up too. I did my best, but anyways, it's the cucumber plant's dead over there, which I'm really upset about because I don't have a lot of cucumbers this year for whatever reason. Anyways, I'm rambling. So last night, I was going through YouTube comments trying to answer everyone, and someone was kind enough to screenshot the picture on our video. And I could have done this, guys. I could have. I'd never thought about it. And every time I went out here, I was like, oh, I need to Google and see what that is. And I never did. But anyway, she screenshotted the picture, Googled it, and it was a cucumber tree. A cucumber, just depends on where you're at. And what's funny is when I went inside yesterday, and this was before I even knew that she had done this, Tobin said, "You've got cockaburs all over you." I was like, that's weird, I was out in the garden. So that's what it was. I thought it was a sunflower. Thought it could be okra, but then the stem started changing on. I knew that wasn't okra. What was the other thing? I knew it wasn't a vine plant because it wasn't like vining out. You guys know what I'm talking about. When a vine plant gets to a certain point, it kind of lays over. It wasn't doing that. So anyways, it was a cucumber tree. I saved my garden from cucumbers. Okra's doing, I mean, that's not okra. Corn is doing really well. I pruned all the tomato plants. You guys saw that the other day on a video. Look at how pretty all the tomatoes are. And I'm so happy because so many people suggested how to store them so I don't have to just waste them. I'm really excited about that. All the peppers look good. Again, I need to put a trellis on that back part, a cattle panel. And what's interesting is the ones on the left are the dollar clearance plants that we got from Atwoods. And actually, this whole front row of tomato plants were the dollar clearance. And they are looking good. I know, I need to get them off the ground. I'm out of cages. I need to get more cages. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to talk to Tobin and cage them. I'm going to try to trellis them like we have the vines back there. I think I wanted Tobin to see if we can get a couple more cattle panels like that or something of that nature and trellis those as well. I've seen several gardens around our area that do it, and I just think it looks aesthetically pleasing instead of these cages. So anyways, the garden's doing good. All the rain. I don't know where she's at. What's up, Chili? Oh, y'all's food is gross from the rain last night. Where are your babies, Mama? They're in there. Hey, girl. She's over there. Again, she goes Wednesday. Bitter sweet for her, for sure. Hey, girl. You gonna come out? Yeah? Hi. She will be very hard to let go. We've had her the longest that we had of any of the other pigs. And she is by far the sweetest temperament. She was tiny when we got her. You stuck? She's getting big. She doesn't move around very much anymore. That's the leftover of the cucumber tree. I know. You've been a good girl. Thankful for you. What are these jokers doing? What are you doing? It's the Hawaiian dot. If you've been with our channel, you know Easton calls him. When he was little, he called her, he was 7 or 8 when we got this little hen right here, and she is a Wyandotte, a silvered lace Wyandotte, and he would call her a Hawaiian dot. So that will forever be the name of that chicken breed. Anyways, I'm gonna feed everyone. I'm actually gonna close this video out. I'm actually really gonna close the video out this time, because if I set it down and say I'll see you guys in a minute, I will not in fact see you in a minute. It'll be a day or two later. But I'm gonna close this video out. Thanks for coming along. I didn't have a whole lot to show you on this video, but nonetheless, I kind of want to show you our day. Thankful for the rain. So very thankful for the rain. Texas has been generous to us and kind to us the last couple weeks. The fact that we are in June, we have a north wind right now today. It's probably in the mid 70s. It's glorious. I'm considering we looked, and last year this time we were already had like our, I don't know, 8th or 9th, 100th degree temperature. So we have not reached 100.